Yeah.
No.
I
Welcome
want to do it too.
to Horrorcast. This right here is two boners having themselves a kiss. They're aggressively making out.
Hey, you gotta paint the tree. I'm just kidding.
Paint the tree.
Trash Blood Horrorcast is a mixture of horror movies, spooky stuff, and goofy dipshit comedy. Funny laugh laugh. You've been warned.
Demons to some, angels to others.
Keep away! The power's mine!
You shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead.
Guys, welcome again to the Eyebrow podcast called Trash Blood Horrorcast. We're always like slinging out intelligent things, talking about intelligent things. I mean, if you're looking for intelligent things, then you're in the right place. I mean, we just showed you boner kisses. You probably didn't even know was a thing, so you're fucking welcome. Hit us up on Patreon. Give us money for that exactly. Yeah.
Yes, please. Please do, because like you won't regret it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might regret it, but your life will be better for it.
Yeah.
Nobody ever regrets it.
But no, seriously though, we do have a Patreon. We have like a bunch of different tiers, a bunch of different like things you can get for like each tier. We have like artwork we'll do, and we have scripts that we'll send you, and we'll sign them. We have a few other things. We have like the RoboCop, the Rambo and RoboCop saga. Like it's 4 scripts that are back to back. We have more after that, but that's what's available right now. But yeah, seriously, Patreon, Trash Blood, find us, and yeah, give us money, we'll give you stuff. But,
Yeah, we will.
how you doing?
Always giving us stuff. Oh, how you guys doing?
I'm doing good. It was BJ's birthday yesterday, and he's you're 38 now, right?
Yeah, yep.
8, celebrate, feeling great, number 8. That's
I don't know about feeling great, but yeah.
yeah.
My back is feeling 38 for sure.
I'm 38, but my back's feeling 70.
Dude,
I mean,
that's no shit, for real.
My back feels 38 right now, and I'm only 24, so.
What did you do to your back? What would cause your back problems? I know mine. It's a stupid reason.
Stupid.
So, okay, mine's actually a pretty stupid reason too.
Stupid.
Well, it could have been avoided at least. But I was working for a food truck, and we were trying to unload the generator, and the guy I worked with kind of pulled it a little hard, and it came out, and I caught it. So it didn't hit the ground, and like it just, as soon as I did that, it just fucking like pulled my lower back, dude. For like 2 weeks, my shit was all fucked up, and I still went to work. I just kind of told him like, hey, I can't like lift heavy shit. I can't do this. I can't do that, but I can cook food. You know what I mean? Like I can stand here and like run the grill and shit. I mean,
You should have like made it last like 2 months or something. Like my fucking back, man. You have to sit here and do this, and you guys are gonna have to pay me. So
right? Yeah.
I mean, that's how capitalism is. It's sacrifice the workers for the job.
that's
Yep.
right. What's wrong with your back, Maddie? What'd you do?
I did dance for several years,
Dancing.
Yeah.
and I have like premature arthritis in my knees. And
Shit.
I like pop and crack no matter what I do. I can move like
You
simple.
break it?
I didn't break anything, but I
Yeah.
strained a lot of muscles, and I'd be snap popping, cracking, crack-a-lacking, constantly. And every day I wake up and every time I go to bed, like my back is just completely stiff, and I have to lay prone to like get it to relax again.
Oh,
Damn.
So I'm gonna have some issues when I get older.
welcome to
Yeah.
everybody. We cover all things back. But yeah, man, my back's fucked up from being a metalhead back in the day and being in the mosh pit so much. Like it has to be that. Like I don't know what else would be. Like
Yeah.
man, I wish I would have never done it. I had fun doing it. I was a young metal. You were there, BJ. I'm sure you like moshed with us a few times or whatever.
Yeah.
But back in like my teenage years and like early 20s, man, like every time we would go to a concert, I would be in the fucking pit like most of the time. We go to those Vor concerts, like those local shows at the Clunk Music Hall. And I would be in the pit like throughout most of the concert and be so out of breath, covered in bruises. Like I couldn't even breathe, but I'm still like, I gotta push people because the song is good. You know?
That's how it is.
Why my back is fucked up, because getting knocked down and just pushing around and all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
so.
You know, my dad worked for Walmart for like most of my life. At least, let's see, him and my mom split up and got divorced when I was like 17. And he worked for like several years, I think, before I was even born, like from 16 till on. And then they had me when they were 21. And at that point, he'd worked his way up to like store manager. So all those years of just walking on the concrete floors, and then he went and drove trucks for a while. And now he's been working for Home Depot for like 10 years or more. And he's, from all those years of just fucking walking on those concrete floors, his knees, like, they're giving out on him. You know? Yeah. Some days he can't even get out of bed and shit.
Man, I don't even think it matters what we do. Like, eventually we're all going to be fucked up in our back and knees and all that shit. Like, I don't know anybody that doesn't have, like, back or knee problem or some sort of problem. Like, everybody's fucked up somehow.
Dude, I just hope I live long enough till I can get, like, a cyborg parts.
Dude, yeah, they need to get on that.
I'll get, like, super lungs and super legs so I can, like, run super fast and far. And then I'll get, like, badass arms and shit. Like a super robot dick. It's like fleshy, so it doesn't fuck anything up.
Just get only the robot lungs, and like you just tell people like, yeah, I'm a cyborg. Like, really? What do you do? Is like, I'm like, I can breathe great. Like that's all you got. It's like I'm so breathing. Watch.
I can breathe pretty good.
Just loud as fuck, like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I'm Jax from Mortal Kombat, except for I got metal lungs instead of metal arms. Like, I'll beat anybody at going under the water contest. Hey, guys, what's BJ doing? We can't tell. Yeah, I got you a prize. We used to call them prizes back in the day when I was a kid, like, for Christmas. Like, where's our prizes instead of presents?
Where's our prizes?
Definitely would say it. But anyway.
I won this for being a good boy.
You got to like the bag I got you, though.
Yeah.
Nothing
it's
says
a unicorn.
There. When I saw that, I thought BJ Presley.
And then here's the card. So it says BJ written inside of it. I assume that was already on the.
No.
Nope.
I know.
You wrote that?
I wrote the BJ part, not the bubble
yeah,
part.
That's what I was saying. The bubble was already on there.
I assume BJ was already written on the card. Birthday. Yeah.
And this is what it says.
Guys, here's where you get to see my terrible handwriting.
All right, here's the inside of it.
That's badass.
All right, here we go. Today you are an honorary Autobot. Your mission, have a happy birthday.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots, sworn protector against the forces of Megatron. And I also heard it's your birthday. Well, I've come to bring you a very special message. Straight from the Autobots themselves. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the Autobots. Happy birthday to you. Now remember, don't accept any cake from the Decepticons. They can be very deceptive. In the meantime, transform, roll out, and happy birthday.
That's a pretty easy mission.
And then you wrote, turning a different age is a neat thing for you. Zach Slusher from Life.
Dude, the world has to see my terrible handwriting.
All
I've
right.
been the exact same way since kindergarten. Hold it back just a little bit.
Jesus.
Look at that. part though, I meant to write a dash because it was going to be from me, but I accidentally marked it where it went exactly with a Z, so it looks like I have no idea how to write a Z. But
Look at me back there. Hi. Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Zach, you're not going to want to hear this, bro, but you write almost exactly like Dad does.
That doesn't. I'm just glad I don't have the same brain as him. At least I have a little bit of intelligence. And
That's true.
yeah, that's my handwriting, Trash Bloodians. I write like yeah. I might have even written better in kindergarten. I remember I found like I know we had some like old shit from like Mom Saved or something like back in the day. And I remember looking at the handwriting in kindergarten like worksheet or something, and it looks better than my handwriting now. There's a Butterfinger. You just
I want to show things too.
Your house. You like pick up your bed and hold it in front of the camera.
Keep the nougat.
Go to Patreon. Give us money. Go to Patreon. I found this new podcast where they talk about backs and spin around pencils and shit or pens. Podcast. But so last time on the last episode, we played some games and activities and trivia and whatnot, and Maddie ended up winning, but I actually won because of some wrong answers. But we went with Maddie's movie, which I'm glad we did because it was super fucking good. Maddie, tell everybody what movie you picked and all that good jazz.
So we watched The Goodnight, Mommy. And I realized in the episode before, I accidentally called it Goodbye, Mommy.
Idiot!
I know.
Oh, God.
But it's Goodnight, Mommy. And, oh, man, what country is it from? Is it German? Or...
I think it's like Finland.
It's
somewhere
awesome.
where they speak German. Because the subtitles are, if you don't have the subtitles on, it's German.
Yeah, it's Austrian.
Austrian.
But
dude,
it's really good.
This movie was deeply psychological.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, I just want to talk about
angles and everything. Like, they did a great job at it.
What's crazy is that thing about the twins where if one of them passes away, the other one will, like, in their mind manifest where, like, kind of didn't happen. So they're kind of, like, still there, you know?
Yeah. Well, let's get to that part in a second. Like, by the way, guys, spoiler alerts. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Nothing, Maddie? You ain't got shit?
Spoiler
alert.
Hey, everybody. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alerts over here. Spoiler alerts over here.
But if you're a true Trash Bloodian, then you would have watched the previous episode and knew that we were going to be watching and talking about this movie, so you would have already seen it. So that's on you guys.
And if you haven't hit stop right now, watch it. It's on Hulu. It's pretty fucking cool. And it starts out weird. Maddie, do you want to tell us how it starts out and all that good stuff since you picked the movie?
Yeah, so
Wait, actually, hold on. Right before that, hold on. I wrote down some notes about it first. It was in 2014. It's Austrian, like I said earlier. It's directed by Veronica Franz and Severin Fiala, I think. They also did The Lodge, which, what I've seen of it, I think I fell asleep like halfway through, but it's really good so far, and I want to finish it. But it was also Austrian's. It was the Austrian entry for Best Foreign Language Film in the 88th Academy Awards. I don't think it won. It just said it was nominated. But, yeah, that's a little bit about the directors and all that bullshit. But, yeah, sorry, Maddie.
No, it's good. So it starts out really slow, but I feel like the music they have with it makes it creepy immediately. I don't know why. It just kind of set me on edge, but it shows the two twins boys kind of like running around, chasing each other, playing. And it's beautiful wherever they are. It's by like these fields and some water, and they're just, I don't know. I don't like saying boys will be boys,
house
but
too.
Yeah, it's all modern and it looks pretty sick. Like whoever their mom is rich. I think she was like some kind of reporter or
TV
something.
anchor or something.
Yeah.
She's like a host on a show or something.
Uh-huh. But it starts out like you said, it's kind of slow, but it's a good slow in my opinion. I don't mind it if it's slow as long as it's good, because like the way it's filmed and the lighting, I mean, just everything about it is like, for me, I found it intriguing pretty much immediately. Like I started watching it, and I was instantly into it and kept watching it, and it felt that way throughout the entire movie. But like you put the twins playing around, and I'm interrupting you, but but I was going to go on with the story, but I was asking you to. But yeah, tell them what happens next, Maddie.
So I think probably the first clue that something weird is happening is when their mom finally gets home. Apparently she's been away for a long time, and this is what I really love about movies like this, and this one in particular. They don't exactly tell you like why she was gone or what she was doing. She just comes back completely fucked up and bandaged, and her entire face pretty much is completely bandaged, and it's just implied that she went away to get some kind of surgery or something done. I don't even know did it ever tell us exactly what it was?
Yeah, it does.
I don't remember. It was some kind of procedure.
Yeah, we'll say that part for the end. But it's basically these twins, and one of them, it's pretty much, it's like she won't talk to him, right?
Yeah,
She
she's
only
like super
acknowledges.
standoffish.
Yeah,
she's like cooping herself up in her room and shit.
Kid. So the one of the twins whispers everything to his brother, and his brother says what he says and all that stuff, and like she pretty much refuses to make him like lunch, dinner, all this shit. She pretty much acts like he's not there, but the other kid she does everything else for. And like so you on this weird thing because the mom's like, bandaged up, looking crazy. Like her character looks like something out of Hellraiser. I mean, as in not like necessarily like a Cenobite, but like the bandages and stuff. Like I don't know, it looked like something that could be in Hellraiser to me is what it reminded me of, and it had like a creepy edge to it. But yeah,
she's like basically. I put it together when she was like, "Do you know why I only made one drink and one plate of food?" And he's like, "Yeah," but he really didn't know what she meant because he still could see his brother. And he gave his brother the drink and he drank it, but clearly if his brother's not there, obviously it was just a delusion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she's like...
Pretty much, we haven't got to that part yet, but but yeah, like you were saying, like there was basically what happened, she got in a car crash, and one of the brothers died and the dad died. And we find out that the bandages on her face is because she got mangled pretty bad, and then she got plastic surgery on her face. I think it was like some sort of new like type plastic surgery too. But before I got to that, there were certain scenes I noticed that were weird. You kind of didn't know what was going on. And like when they were swimming, and like one brother went underwater, and like he just didn't come back up, and the other brother was just kind of looking around for him, and then the scene just kind of ended. Like I remember that. What the fuck was that? And like for me, like I'm kind of surprised I didn't see the twist coming, because I don't know, it's a little bit more obvious like after you watch it, I guess. But like since they died, like that's why she was like, no, I'm not making a plate for your brother and all that shit. So what it came down to is like she was just getting sick of like the other kid like constantly insisting that he was still there, and she's trying to get over several different traumas at the same time, and it makes more sense why she's acting crazy and acting kind of mean. It's because like she's just out of her mind at that point. She lost her husband, she lost one of her kids, her face is mangled, she's going through surgery, she's probably in pain and on medication and all this shit. And but tell us, Maddie, how about you tell us about the part where what they do to mommy?
Yeah. So, well, before that, I just wanted to say something about how you said that you didn't see the twist coming. Mm-hmm. And I honestly didn't see it coming either, which also surprised me because it really did seem like it seemed like she was just mad at the other kid. Like he had done something wrong, and that's the way they played it off. Like, oh, mommy's just mad at you, and you need to apologize because you did something. And
yeah, I took it as like a child abuse movie for like most of the movie until shit happened, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because she didn't like him for some reason.
And then finally, near, like literally almost at the exact very end of the movie, everything kind of accumulates, and she tells him that, hey, I'm tired of playing along with you. I'm not going to go along with it anymore. Your brother is dead. You need to get it together. And the kids, I don't know if he's a ghost or like just in his head, whichever it might be, is telling him that mommy's crazy and that that's not their real mom, and that she's trying to like be an imposter pretty much. And one of the things they said was that she had a mole on her cheek, and now that she finally took all of her bandages off, she didn't have that mole anymore, which we find out later it's because she had all that plastic surgery, so that's why it's not there anymore. But they were like, man, this isn't our mom, there's an imposter in our house. And basically his little brother was like, we gotta make her talk.
And like the twin part though, like I believe it's based on because this sometimes happens with twins that are like really close like this. If one of them dies, they will keep that other one around. It's actually a condition. I forget what it's called, but I think I heard about it on a podcast actually. But like, yeah, they're just like so like when you're so close with that twin and you do everything with them, you're so emotionally involved. Like I guess it projects them even when they're dead. They just like something wrong with their head and it just stays there. But I think that's what it would be. But yeah, so they end up like tying down the mom in her bed, and they pretty much just torture the shit out of her.
Oh, some of it's so gross too.
What all did they do to it? Like I watched it right after we recorded the last episode, and I was up till 4:00 in the morning watching it. But like I remember them torturing her, but I can't remember like everything they did. Do you guys remember?
I remember the magnifying glass burning on her face.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
The bugs.
Yeah,
they had these fucked up
face and start smoking her and shit. And what they do with the bugs, they put it in her mouth, right?
Yeah. And then one of them, at one point in the movie, they had like these collection of bugs. And I remember one part, it really kind of fucked with me. She was asleep, and he like puts one of these big ass fucking gnarly beetles like on her face, and it just crawls into her mouth, and it's like gone. And it's like this, it's a big motherfucker, dude. And I'm just like, oh my god, how do you not fucking wake up for some shit like that? But
which is a really good part, because during that, when that happened at that part of the movie, I still thought she was like an imposter or the bad guy, because I was like, oh man, only something undead or something creepy would do that.
Yeah. I was thinking like it was going to be an evil twin type movie, like one of them's going to kill. And then the same thing with you, like when the imposter shit started, I was like, maybe she really is an imposter. But when they start torturing her and she's like crying and fucking like, you know, losing her shit, then it makes you think something else. Like at least me, I was like, okay, I don't really know what's happening. What are you looking at, BJ?
Yeah.
You got boobs on the screen?
No, I have it playing, and they're on that part where they're torturing her.
Oh, well,
she just turned over, dude. And one thing I didn't notice when I watched this before was her pants are all fucking soiled with piss and shit.
Oh yeah.
Shit. Mine would be too. What are they doing to her right now?
Can I?
Oh, yeah.
He just untied her.
Oh man.
But anyways, you guys should go watch it if you haven't seen it. It's pretty.
Yeah, we don't want to give too much away here on Trash Blood. We just like to give a brief overview about it, and we give it our rating based off what we think. So when we talk about these movies, there's spoiler alerts, but we try not to give too much of it away. You know, we still want our fans to experience the movie for themselves, you know.
Which, I mean, this time around we gave quite a bit away, to be fair. But the very ending, we won't tell you.
Right. We'll usually talk about, you know, parts that we liked, important parts, but like I just didn't want to go through like the entire movie, like the entire script of what happened. But like, yeah, we usually go over what we like about it, what we thought about it, and like we have a spooky boy rating, and now Maddie's on here, so she'll have a spooky girl rating. But
I can't have a spooky boy rating because I'm a girl.
You want to be a spooky boy? Do you want to be?
Yeah.
A spooky boy? Okay. Or do you want to be
a spooky boy? Call me spooky bitch.
Hey, how many spooky bitches do you give this?
I give it like a 9.
9? Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I also give it 9. What about you, Face?
Okay.
Already Face?
I'm gonna go with probably an 8, and the only reason is because I didn't really necessarily agree with the fact that they didn't go into more about what happened. I do like the fact that they left it to interpretation, though. That's why it is so high, but it was kind of slow, and I'm not really much of the slow type, but I did enjoy it, and it was fucked up.
Yeah.
I liked how psychological it was. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I thought it was really good writing. You know what I mean? Like,
I want to watch The Lodge again here sometime soon. Like I said, I watched about half of it, but fell asleep. But man, honestly, I'm glad they didn't have more about it, because I think that would have took away from the mystery and the charm of it if we would have known more about it.
For sure.
But no, I see what you're saying. But no, man, it was a mind fuck for sure, man. It was like really good. I enjoyed it, and like, yeah, I give it 9 spooky boys. So 9, 9, and 8. That's a pretty good solid score, fellas and fellas.
That is. And it's on Hulu, so if anybody wants to stop it this now, or go back before all that and watch it. I mean, it's a little too late if you're already watching this, but
And by the way,
pause.
Back as well, but there's really not a lot of good stuff on there. I looked through it the other night and I was pretty disappointed. You know what I'm talking about?
Halloween?
Yeah, like last year was good. This year it was like I don't know, it was okay. There's some good stuff on there, but like compared to like what I've seen in the past, it was kind of weak.
Yeah, man, I always just go to Tubi for my horror movies.
Dude, yeah, I need to do that more often. I got it on my Roku, and Tubi it's amazing how many horror movies, or movies in general, is on there. I mean, it's a lot of B movies, but I mean, there's a lot of fucking awesome B movies out there too.
Yeah. Right. I like the selection. I was really surprised because when I first heard about it, someone was like, yeah, there's a big selection. I was like, I don't know about Tubi, because I had Crackle before, and Crackle had some decent selections, but there was commercials, and there really wasn't very much. Like each category had like 20 movies or something.
Yeah, really.
Now, I got on Tubi, and I always, when I put a new one on there, I peruse and look at what they have and stuff. And I got to the horror section, so I'm like, all right, we'll look at horror first, And dude, I swear to God, like if you scroll on Tubi to the right of the section when you're scrolling, it'll say plus however much. Dude, I got to like plus 1,200 and it was still going. Like I scrolled and looked at every movie for a solid 30 minutes.
Damn.
There was so much horror on there. And I never got to the end. I eventually stopped and was like, okay.
Yeah, I did that.
Sit here and do this forever. Like,
at one point. And like when we did that movie Exist, the Bigfoot movie.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised. I typed in Bigfoot. I went to horror movie for Bigfoot, and there was like 15 Bigfoot horror movies. Like, holy shit! It's like stop. If there's that many Bigfoot movies, imagine they're horror movies. Oh, you don't have to imagine. We just told you there's 12,000 or 1,200. But anyways,
probably
guys,
more than that.
You guys ready to take a break? We're about at 26 minutes. Got to hit stop before the 30-minute mark. But so we'll be back after this. We're going to have Beth Fronczak on from the Frank and Beans podcast, and she's going to share me, Spooky Girl, or she wants to be a boy. We'll find out. And she's also do the script with us, which this time is one that Maddie wrote, and it's called Attack of the Killer Juggalos. And the title was Beth's idea. Maddie wrote it, and we're going to perform it tonight. Yeah.
Whoop.
So, okay, I got to ask real fast.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll ask during the break. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we will, shall we be back? Okay. All that stuff.
Right.
I always thought Putnam sounded like a word for a vagina, by the way.
I like it better than the word pussy. I hate saying that word.
I like saying Putnam.
You have
putting them in my Putnam.
Yeah, you know where I like to put them? Right in the Putnam.
I like putting them in my Putnam.
Guys, welcome back to Trash Blood Horrorcast. We're starting off again very highbrow. Beth, we started off super highbrow at the beginning of the show.
Perfect.
This highbrow, that, just like nothing to do with boners, kissing, or anything.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's like nothing but highbrow.
We didn't even talk about cum, so we're doing pretty good.
Well,
but
yes,
we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
But guys, this is Beth Fronczak. She's been on. You haven't been on Horrorcast, have you? You've been on the old.
No,
Trash.
I was on the old Trash Blood twice.
Yeah, and I've been on Frankenbeans twice.
Yeah, you've been on it twice too. Yeah.
I remember things, but yeah, two. But check out that podcast, Frankenbeans. Do you want to tell them about your podcast, Beth?
Yeah, sure. It is a sex and relationships podcast, so we talk about all the highbrow coming and
highbrow.
Yeah.
And putting them in your putnums and
putting them in your putnums.
Novel called Highbrow Cum.
Yeah. So I'm just the co-host. My co-host is Brian, aka my BFF ride or die. So it's a pretty fun show. You get the girl's perspective and the boy perspective, and then we come.
And then we
together. Then we come together at the very end.
Nothing more highbrow than that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't realize when we call. I didn't even introduce you guys, but that's BJ and that's Maddie and that's Beth.
What's up, guys?
Was that a Putnam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Putting
right.
them in your putting them.
Get our Patreon and cash us. But so Beth, you're going to tell us about some creepy stuff that has happened to you, which we're going to. Okay, do you want to be a spooky girl, a spooky boy, a spooky woman? What kind of spooky do you want to be? Maddie was a spooky bitch.
Oh, I like spooky bitch, but I think I'll be a spooky girl because I feel like I'm a little too immature to be a lady or a woman, so I'm a spooky girl.
All right, so we're about to do
me, spooky girl.
She's like, I hate this fucking podcast. Like, yeah, she wasn't even on the show when we used to do that, and I'm like, baddie. It's her fault.
I know, I'm such a dumb shit.
To be on
College
the
did
show, you're
nothing.
going to have to like me, spooky girl.
Yeah, so Beth, tell us, I didn't mean to yell your name so Beth! Tell us what has happened, tell us your spooky stories.
So I have one spooky story that was when I was growing up, and we lived in this house. It was definitely an older house, and we rented the first half of it, like the front half of it. This house was definitely over 100 years old. It had been split up into apartments, and because we were poor white trash, so we rented two of the apartments because we were, one was a 1-bedroom and one was a 2-bedroom. Yeah. So and then they just they just opened one of the doors in between. So my sister and I lived on one half, and then my other sister and my mom lived in the other half. And the half that me and my one sister lived on, my room was right in the front, and up the stairs was my other sister's room. And now, before we rented the other half, we had never really experienced anything weird. But as soon as we moved into the other half, I would see so I have Crohn's disease. So I have a stomach condition that this is like when it was first being diagnosed, right? So when I would wake up in the middle of the night in pain, it was like the kind of pain that sent you to the emergency room, right? Yeah. And so when I woke up and I was in pain, I knew I was awake, And the very first time anything happened, I woke up. I was probably like 11 or 12 years old, and I woke up, and I used to have this little marionette puppet that hung, like my aunt got me from Mexico, and it hung up like from the ceiling on a little like hook thing. And when I woke up in the middle of the night, I looked over, and there was no window open, there was no door open, there was no heat vent that this could have been doing it. It was just full on fucking dancing. And I mean, I knew that there was nothing, because we had like the old radiator heaters, like the big one on the wall that's like, it's not shooting out any air, it's just radiant heat, So I know there's nothing that could be making this thing dance, right? I'm like, I know I'm awake, because I'm like literally like at that point where I'm like, I keep seeing it going, and I was like, finally at some point I was just scared enough where I made my mom take me to the emergency room. So I wake up and I run to my, not wake up, but I get up, I run to my mom's room. I'm like, Mom, we got to go to the emergency room. So
Harriet,
I remember
and then it starts moving. You're like, it's like Poltergeist with the clown.
Right.
Already creepy.
Oh, seriously, yeah. Like the marionette puppet itself was already creepy as fuck. Like it was a little man, and like it had like the weird rosy cheeks, and like puppets just scare the fuck out of me now ever since like to this day. But I knew that there was nothing that could have like even in hindsight, there's nothing that could have been moving that thing by itself. And then like another series of weird things kind of happened in that house. Like I'm real particular about shit, like except my curtains behind me right now, but I'm moving, so don't mind that. But anyway, so like shit would be moved around. Like I had a big doll house, and like all the like dolls would be moved around, and like stuff would be moved around in the doll house. And I would yell at my sisters like, quit fucking with my shit. And they're like, we're not fucking with your shit. Cut it out. So finally, years later, I'm talking to my sister about this, and I'm like, you remember that house we lived in, the brown house down by the river? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, dude, that motherfucker was haunted. She was like, dude, that motherfucker was haunted. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. She was like, one time I woke up in the middle of the night, and she was like, I knew I was awake. I pinched myself because like she was like, I felt a cold hand, like freezing cold. But it was a hand. You could feel it was a hand, like fingers around my shoulder. And she's like, I was too scared to ever open up my eyes and look. And I was like, no way. So it was a fucking like ghost that was like moving all my shit around, that was moving that doll. Like it was, yeah. So I felt vindicated after that. Years later.
Yeah. So I've seen shit. I've heard shit. I've never had anything touch me though. That would like, I can't even imagine getting touched. Like I would definitely take a shit in whatever breeches I was wearing.
Yeah, and my sister was like a teenager at the time, so she knew for a fact, like, because she's 7 years older than me. I was 11 or 12, so she was probably 18 or 19. And like literally, she's like, dude, I know that's what happened. And I was like, holy shit, that house is fucking haunted as shit.
Yeah.
But like the other half of the house never experienced anything. It was so weird. It was like just those 2 rooms. So.
Man, yeah, that is weird.
So that was super spooky. Yeah, and I just felt so vindicated. Like, why did we not talk about this when I was young? Like when it was happening. I don't know, but. Yeah,
it's like awesome when you can like talk to somebody like that and like you just know you're not crazy. Like, okay, cool.
Right.
Something happened there,
Right. Like when you talk to your mom about the shit that happened at your house, like, yeah, right. And you're like, she's like, oh yeah, no, that shit happened. You're like, oh my God.
Me and Cooper saw that ghost at the cemetery because we stopped down the road and like he like explained one half of it and then I said, did it have this? And he didn't say yes. We both go, whoa! Like he described half of it and I described half of it, so we're not crazy. And the weird thing is, I think I already told Maddie and BJ, I went and dropped my girlfriend's kid off at her friend's house the other day. Yeah. Right when I went to the street, that very cemetery is right there. Like I couldn't remember where. It's out in Bella Vista. I knew it was out there somewhere, but we pull in. I was like, "You gotta be fucking shitting me!" So I went and hung out there for a little bit like a nerd. I tried to get anything.
You're like, "Hey, ghost, it's me again, Zach."
Literally, I had my phone and I was like, "Hey." I was recording. I was like, "Hey, is anybody?" I always feel stupid doing that. But it's like, God, it'd be so cool if I did, if
wait, more like you had your bowl in one hand and the phone in the other, like, yeah. Hey, ghost.
Are you here? Where are you?
So yeah.
Dude, I remember when you told me that after you guys had that, after that happened. Like back in the day, you're like, dude, you'll never fucking believe what happened. We were at fucking Summit Cemetery smoking and shit, and because you guys used to go out there and party. It was like your little party spot, like a little 3 or 4 person party, smoke and drink a little bit. And
that time we didn't smoke at all. We were about to, but like we looked up and saw it and got the fuck out. I really wish we would have stayed, man. Fuck.
Right.
That would be.
But it was chasing you essentially.
That's what it fucking looked like, man. Because it was like in the back of the right corner, and it got to the sign when I saw it. He saw it in the right corner. 2 seconds later, I look up, and it's doing that stereotypical sway like you'd fucking see in a movie. And that's why it sounds so stupid, and that's why people don't believe me, probably. But
right.
Had that orb right where the sternum would be, and it looked like it was coming for us, and that's why we fucking left. But like, I wish we would have stayed there, because I mean, probably nothing would have happened. We just got a better look at it or something.
Right. Right.
I guess when you see that, you're not really thinking like, interesting. You're thinking like, oh, it's a demon or something. Let's go.
Let's get the fuck out of here before we die.
You know?
Oh, shit. Oh my God.
Beth, you have like just another story to share.
Yeah, so I actually get another and this isn't like a ghost story, but it's like just like a more spooky, weird thing that happened. So I was at a Super Bowl party. I guess it would have had to been. Oh man, I still lived in Illinois. It was the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl. So maybe like 2014. I think it was Seahawks versus Broncos or something. Anyway, I'm at this Super Bowl party where I know nobody, right? I just so happen to go there with my friend Big Gay Alex, who is
Big Gay Alex.
Yeah, Big Gay Alex. He's Big Gay and Alex. So anyway, so I literally didn't know anybody at this party. I'm not Facebook friends with any of these people. There's my shit's always been private, even back in the day, because I'm a professional. So, it's not like there's any way this person could have looked me up, could have stopped and asked Alex about this or anything. But anyway, so I'm at this party. It's kind of getting along, and, probably about like an hour into it, this girl who's she's the sister of the girl whose house we were at, right? So she taps me on the shoulder and she says, hey, I know I don't know you, but can I talk to you in the other room for a second? And I was like,
damn.
Right. Putting in my pudding hand. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to be weird. Like maybe I said something weird and offensive, totally not out of their own possibilities. So sure, let's go. So I go into this other room and she's like, you're going to think that I'm totally weird and full of shit. She's like, but I'm a medium. And I'm like, I'm open to all possibilities of things in life. I'm an atheist, so I don't really normally believe too much in spirits or, anything like that. But I mean, I'm open to, I guess you can almost say, agnostic in that sort of way where I'm like, I'm big enough to know that I don't know what is or is not out there. Right. So, anyway, so she says, I'm a medium. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, well, your mom is here and she has some things that she wants to say to you. Now, my mom had just passed away maybe 2 to 4 years before that, right?
Okay.
So there's literally no way in hell this girl just so happens to know that my mom was also dead, because it's not something I talk about with weird strangers, Yeah. So I'm like, okay, obviously you have my attention, you somehow know that my mom is dead, A, and then B, you're saying she's here and she wants to talk to me. So I'm like, okay, go ahead. So for the next 15 minutes, she starts to say I'm telling you, so much stuff that was so fucking eerie. She was first of all, she hates your makeup, which I was wearing blue and green because I was wearing Seahawked out because part of my family lives in Seattle. So if it's going to be a Seahawks Super Bowl, I'm going green and blue. So I was green and blue eyeshadow. And my mom used to hate when I would wear stuff like that, which, that could be easily understandable or okay, she hates my makeup, but she always hated when I wore anything crazy like that. So then she's she also wants you to tell Jenna is my sister's name, by the way. She wants you to tell Jenna to forgive him. And my sisters do not get along with my father at all. And it was one of my mom's dying wishes for my sisters to just forgive my dad. And I'm the only one that gets along with him. We're still good friends. He's my best friend. Even though, there's a lot of stuff about my dad we don't agree on, but for her to say, Jenna, your mom wants you to tell her to forgive him, it's just it was the stuff that was so fucking spot on. It was frightening. It was so frightening that 10 or 15 minutes into this, where she keeps saying more and more stuff that was way personal, specific names, specific dates. It was just I was probably white as a ghost. And she's I can tell you're starting to get freaked out. She's do you want me to continue? And I was like, I don't think I can. She was like, okay, well, she wants you to know that she loves you and that she's really proud of you. And like, that's it. But like, I'm telling you what, I have never been so convinced that like fucking spirits are out there, dude. Like the dead are out there. They contact certain people for whatever reason and they talk to them because this shit was, like my sister's name. Tell her to forgive him. Like, it was just, it was crazy.
How did you react to this when she told you this? What were you doing? Were you just shocked? Or
I'm like, literally, like, I was sitting there, like, shaking. Like, because, like, how on earth this girl even knew my mom was dead to begin with is, like, for you to guess that about somebody, like, a random stranger at a party, there's no way. Like, and again, there's no way that she could have, like, social media, like, backed up and prepared because I wasn't even supposed to be there that night. My entire social media is private. I know she wasn't talking to Alex the whole time at all. So it's like there was just too much stuff that this girl knew for it to have been made up. It was wild. Like I was literally just like this the entire time. And that's why she's like, if you need me to stop, like she understands. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're not like watching us masturbate or anything, but I feel like spirits are out there.
There was no cum in that story.
There was no cum in that story. No puppets, no cum, just pure unadulterated psychic power.
How was the rest of the party after that?
Real weird. But the Seahawks won, so that was fun, and
You look over and that girl's just like staring at you from across the room.
Because I was like, oh my God, is my mom going to leave now? It's time to party. She's not going to appreciate how drunk I'm about to be in a little bit here.
She wanted me to tell you that she's rooting for the Broncos.
Right. She told you to knock that shit off. Quit rooting for the Seahawks.
And that's creepy stuff. Like if that happened to me, I'd be like, I wouldn't know how to react, man. That's just.
I was literally like visibly shaking. Like it was crazy.
Well,
so I don't know what I believe, but I definitely believe that there possibilities are in this. So.
What I always say, man, just like there's something going on we don't know about. I'm not going to say what it is, but thanks for sharing that with us.
Of course, yeah.
I think I feel more creeped out about the psychic story than putting myself in that situation. That's my situation.
Well,
I feel like that's just too close to home for it not to have any fucking
significance.
Significance in your life. Like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, maybe spirits follow you. I mean, you were at some random Super Bowl party, right?
Right, yeah.
There wasn't any place where your mom would have been, right?
Right, exactly. Like, my mom didn't even, like, this was in Champaign, Illinois, which is, like, 2 hours south of Chicago. So it's like not even like, my mom, when, I grew up in Chicago and like my mom died in Chicago. So it's like, there's no way, like, there's nothing weirdly that would have led any of these people to any of that information. It was just too and like my sister's name is Jenna. Like she literally said, Jenna, she tells you to tell Jenna. And it's like, whoa. Wow. Yeah.
That is fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't know if I experienced that. I honestly wouldn't know how to handle it. I would be like, holy shit. I mean,
because like,
dude,
I'd probably be traumatized for like a month.
Straight up communication with a passed away relative.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like maybe they do stand around and watch us, man. I hope not. Shit.
I know, right? Because I'm like, oh man, I've done a lot of bad shit. I hope you.
I've been in some sketchy situations,
dude. They're just following you around, judging you for everything you do, shit talking you.
Right. You're about to crank one out. You're like, I'm sorry, Mom.
Are you in here?
I'm gonna come. I'm sorry.
all the random hookups like at the bar.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like going home, like your grandpa's.
My mom's just in the corner, like, another dude, huh? Shame on you.
They sure are different these days. They sure do it different these days. Oh shit.
All right. Guys, let's take a quick break real quick and we'll get back and do the script. The title was suggested by Beth, Attack of the Killer Juggalos. And Maddie wrote the script, and I think it's going to be a darn tootin' good time. That's the thing. It's a young person thing.
Darn tootin'.
Darn.
Well,
I think that's more of a hick
say.
thing.
All right, guys. Well, we will be right back with the show.
Welcome back to Trash Blood, everybody.
Hey, we're supposed
y'all?
to say that.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I've taken the show hostage.
I told you I have several knives.
Check out these bad boys.
You have to donate many Patreon dollars if you would like to be returned to your normal host or audience.
If you give us Patreon money, I'll use my knives.
To get me out of this.
Yeah, I mean, we're podcasting from literally different houses, different states, but somehow we'll get those knives and we'll be able to use them.
It's like 13 hours away, but, it's not really that far. It's just, knives.
Where are you at?
I'm in North Carolina now.
Nice. How's the weather right now there?
Well, it's nice and warm here in North Carolina, but I am actually moving to Rhode Island very soon, so that's very exciting, even though it's going to be shitty and cold.
Hey, you know what? It's a different kind of cold up there, and you'll see what I mean. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
as
no.
humid.
I've got tons of family and friends up there. It's like New England's my second home. I'm going to be 15 minutes from Gillette Stadium, baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
Go Pats. I
Do,
think we're losing right now.
We're going to do Trash Blood's original sequels. I think we usually just call it the scripts. Like, we barely even say, like, what the title actually is. But, yeah,
Right.
Trash Blood's original sequels. And if you guys are just maybe watching this for the first time, we write a script for each episode that's either a sequel, a mashup, a spinoff, something in the horror movie realm that has never been done before. Never been done. But, like this one, it's kind of like a spinoff of Attack of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but we just have we got Attack of the Killer Juggalos. And, like I said earlier, Maddie wrote this one, and I was laughing throughout the whole thing when I was reading it, so I'm looking forward to it. But Maddie, would you like to start us off here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, the character list is kind of long. I hope y'all don't get confused. I'm sorry about that. But there was just so much to, go through for it.
Yeah. There's 4. We'll be good. We'll be good.
All right. Attack of the Killer Juggalos. Interior. A dimly lit basement. The walls are almost completely covered with torn posters of Insane Clown Posse albums, dream catchers, and twisted tapestries. The floor and tabletops are littered with countless bottles of empty Faygo, paint bottles and brushes, and greasy pizza boxes. An overweight
Hold on
man...
1 second, I'm so sorry. My freaking TV just started for some reason.
Her house is haunted.
I gotta go watch TV real quick. Just had the urge to watch TV.
Apparently my house is haunted, or the dog learned how to work the remote because the TV just started going off.
Oh,
I was like, whoa, hold on.
Spooky.
I didn't want it to be talking it through the entire script. So, sorry. Cut.
Back in
Take
scene.
2. Good, take 2. Take 2.
An overweight man sits on an antique floral couch that comically droops in the middle, facing a small box TV that holds his entire attention. On the screen, a news story flashes light across his painted face.
It is chaos in the streets as this Juggalo gang faces off with some good old local boys who are defending their favorite pizza place from being ravaged by this violent group.
The camera zooms in to show a brawly man in overalls holding a Juggalo by his ice hockey jersey and punching him in the face as makeup smears on his fists.
Let's see if we can get a word in with one of these local heroes.
The reporter looks both ways across the street and runs across, shoving her mic in the face of the man, still beating the shit out of the Juggalo.
Sir, please, tell everyone at home why this piece of shit deserves this.
Don't worry, y'all. Me and the boys have this under control. These garbage rat turds won't be dirtying up this decent town no more.
The man never stops punching as he smiles into the camera. The TV reporter cheers and slaps the man on the back.
Yip, yip, yow! You guys are making the streets safe again.
Who's the Juggalo?
I don't think
shit.
it's me.
Whoop, I forgot to do that one. That's just because he had so little lines. My bad.
Okay.
We just wanted some pizza. Why are they doing this to us?
Shut up, cum guzzler. Eat this.
The noise of the TV reporter praising the local hero fades out as the man on the couch stares at the blood mixing with paint on his fellow Juggalo's face. His lips snarls up, cracking his face paint. He grunts as he stands up and yells out.
Whoop, whoop.
Kill ya homie wobbles to the table and picks up his hamburger phone and aggressively pushes in the numbers, leaving Cheeto stains on them. It rings only twice before the person on the other line picks up.
Yeah, sugar bump lumps.
It's time, baby cakes. Call the posse. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. I'm on it.
Kill ya homie slams the phone down and howls into the air. A few loud bangs can be heard from the door leading up the stairs.
Keep it down, William. It's after 9 o'clock.
Shut up, Mom. I told you not to call me that. Fuck oof.
Exterior. Kill ya homie sits on a bench with his girlfriend, Cotton Candy, on the ground beneath his feet. They're both chugging orange Faygo and dripping it all down their fronts, catching it with their hands and licking it off their fingers. A group comes around the corner of the swings, walking in sync, each wearing unique clown faces in red, black, white, and blue. Kill ya homie spots them and tugs on Cotton Candy's pigtails.
Whoop, whoop.
They all yell back, waving their hands in the air.
Whoop,
Whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop.
My neighbors
The
are
Juggalos gather around each other and welcome everyone with warmth.
Hey, y'all. Dwam, Kid Cracker. Y'all looking hella fresh.
Kid Cracker crosses his arms and throws up the ICP gang sign. Thanks, Cotton Candy. Yo, I just dyed my spider leg hair pink. It looks pretty fucking sick. I know.
You trying to attract a new juggalette bitch into your life? Homie, it's working, man. Hell yeah.
Don't pressure him, psycho pussy. You all got time in the world. You'll find that special someone one day. I'll fucking kill anyone that stands in your way. Right? See?
What was that last line?
Right, Seaman 2 Demon?
Fuck yeah, lunatic. We'll always be there for you, homie. You just tell us where to step and we'll fucking do it.
Let's go. Whoop, whoop.
Kill ya homie moves to stand in front of the group and sprays Faygo all over them, yelling at excitement. The park goers around them look at them in fear and disgust. Some mothers grab their kids off the playground, and soon the park is empty except for the Juggalos.
Look at how many of these people hate us. And what for?
Because of our makeup?
Because they secretly want to fuck us.
Because they can't handle how gangsta we are.
Because they don't know how badly we want to spill their guts.
Because they do know how badly we want to spill their fucking guts.
Yeah, all those things. And more. They just don't understand our clown love.
Much
motherfucking clown love.
We did some.
We're so good at talking in sync.
That's their problem. They just don't understand us. They drink shit like water instead of Faygo because they don't know how awesome it is.
Maybe if they just smoked some meth with us and got a bump that dump, they'd love us.
That's never going to happen, psycho pussy fiend. We've tried it all that way for years. It's time for a new approach, and I need my Barker there with me.
Of course. Kill her. Fuck. Of course, kill you, homie. I'll always have your back.
I need all of you. Time to take back the word decent into the Juggalo vocab. Shaz Bob, that's a hard word.
Vocabulary, baby burps. That's the word you're looking for.
Thanks, baby sharks. I love you all my wicked heart.
They start making out, and the rest of the Juggalos cheer them on. After breaking apart, they face their friends with smiles. Psycho Pussy Fiend cries and blows his nose into his shirt sleeve.
I love you guys so much. Now, all right. Now, what's the plan?
It's time for revolution. The only way society will ever see us for how awesome we are is if society becomes us. No longer will they try to fit in decent society. Or wait, what? No longer will we try to fit in decent society. We will become the new face of society. Who the fuck is with me?
Whoop,
Whoop, whoop.
You're so dreamy, baby puke. What's our first move?
I got gunners at the ready, yo. Let's fuck some shit up.
I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. Let's destroy something.
No way, we have to start big. Let's go on a killing spree. I call the machete.
You dumbasses, listen to the boss. I'm sure he has a plan.
The group faces Kill Ya Homie, but beaming with excitement and panting like dogs. He sucks in his gut, tries to hold back the tears, but he can't, and starts snotting all over himself. Sobbing, he says.
I've never felt so much genuine clown love in my life. It doesn't even compare to the pride I felt after coming in second place in the hot dog eating competition at the last gathering.
If it would have been a Faygo drinking competition, you would have wiped the floor with those jizz buckets.
Yeah.
That was bullshit, baby. You only lost because your tum-tum is too sensitive for them processed meats. Everyone at the gathering knew that.
Kill Ya Homie gasps and spit out some chips that had been caught in the back of his teeth for several days. He wipes his tears away and shoves his fist into the sky.
That's it, baby burps. We'll go to the gathering and rally our troops. We are all sick of being ridiculed and being called bad potty boys by everyone.
Bad potty boys? I don't even want to know what that means.
Yeah, who called you that? I've never been called that before.
Tell me who did it. I'll eviscerate them.
I'll pulverize their organs and hang them up as my Christmas tree.
Kill Ya Homie smacks them all on the back and rubs his snotty hands on them. He mutters under his breath.
My mom calls me that.
Shit on a cactus. You don't deserve that, baby spit up.
You gotta say that one more time. That's too hilarious.
Shit on a cactus. You don't deserve that, baby spit up.
You know the pet
That's
name
it.
Spit Up.
That's it. We're going to the gathering on a mission. We won't let you down.
But how are we going to get there? I'm assed out.
You know I got you guys. My parents are rich as hell. You know they got that cheddar? Give me a clown box. I'll give them a call and tell them I need bail again or something.
And I've got my rabbit on me. I can sell some dust to help out the cause. Oh, shit. Yeah. Get your axes, boys and girls. It's time to go insane. You all have your missions. Let's go. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
The Juggalos all scurry off until it's just Kill Ya Homie and Cotton Candy sitting back down on the park bench. Kill Ya Homie stares off into the distance as Cotton Candy looks at him dreamily. She wipes some drool off his chin and says,
What are we going to do now, baby shit?
always call my girlfriend like, "Hey, baby shit. What do you want for dinner, baby shit?" That's awesome. Sorry, I broke the fourth wall. This is something I have to do on my own. Something I should have done a long time ago. I'll meet you at the gathering. I'll meet you at the gathering with the others. Whoop whoop.
Kill Your Homie leaves Cotton Candy on the bench and hops onto his motor scooter to ride away, sweat flying off him as he leaves. He rides until the sun is down and arrives back home. Walking in the front door, he sees his mother in the kitchen with her back turned to him.
About time you got back, William. I hope you weren't expecting me to save you any dinner, you ungrateful piggy.
Kill Your Homie walks slowly towards her, his nostrils flaring.
Don't call me that.
Oh, stop it already. That is the name I gave you when you were born, and that is what I will call you. If your dad was still alive, he would be so disappointed in you.
Kill Your Homie stops after he reaches the kitchen, looming over his mother.
My name is Kill Your Homie, but I guess it should be Kill Your Mommy.
Hiya.
Oh, Kill Your Mommy. All right.
Kill Your Homie raises a butter knife he had snatched from the counter and brings it down into his mother's back. She screams and tries to run away, but he follows her, stabbing and sobbing the entire time.
You will burn in hell for this, William. You've always been a dog shit son.
Go up and die, Mommy. I'm going to Echo Side when I die.
Kill Your Homie stabs brutally into his mom's back as she falls onto the floor, now crawling to escape. Soon it's apparent she has no fight left to give and her body stills as blood pools around them. Nonetheless, he keeps stabbing her and crying until he runs out of breath and falls onto her lifeless body.
That was so exhilarating, Mommy. Oh, God. Woo. That's the first nice thing you've ever done for me in my whole life. Thanks, bitch.
He quickly falls asleep on top of her dead body because that's the most exercise he's ever done in his life. He dreams of a world filled with juggalos and no discrimination. In it, all his homies are there sipping Faygo and doing each other's makeup while at the biggest insane clown posse concert that's ever been streamed across the globe. There are no bigots in sight and enough needed for everyone, no matter what they look like or what walk of life they've come from. Exterior. Outside of the gathering of the juggalos, the whole place smells like beef jerky and B.O. You can hear Ice Cube rapping in the distance, and every few seconds loud whoops can be heard echoing throughout the place. Everyone is wearing jinkos with chains, and their makeup is smearing down their faces with sweat.
Where's our leader? We can't do this without him.
My baby Queefs will be here. He's never let us down before.
I have faith. I'm just so fucking excited to start a riot. Whoop whoop.
We don't have to wait for him to do that. Hey, you! Whoop whoop!
Lunatic yells at a group of juggalos walking by, and they stop to look back at her.
Mosh pit!
They run towards each other, and soon several others join them to dance and beat the shit out of everyone in reach. Cotton Candy gets punched in the face, and she spits out one of her teeth. As she is dazedly looking through the crowd, she spots Kill Your Homie.
Everyone, look! There he is, my baby fever!
She and the rest of her crew break away from the ongoing mosh pit and wobble towards their leader.
My baby fever.
Whoop, whoop. There's no time to spare. I just woke up from the best sleep of my life. My mom is finally dead, and I'm hooked up on adrenaline and cocaine. We need to do this now.
I'm right there with you, Ninja. We've all been doing cocaine all night. We're fucking pumped.
Let's do this thing, baby diarrhea!
The friends pull into a group hug and jump up and down while laughing. Let's kill some bigots!
No one can stop us. We're too fucking high.
They break apart and rush into the middle of the gathering, knocking over Juggalo and Juggalettes as they reach the main stage. They're huffing by the time they get there, lungs aching from running such a long distance.
I'm sorry, Ice Cube, but I need the stage.
Aw, hell no, motherfucker. Did you just interrupt my show? I'll kill you dead, homie.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dog. I mean, no disrespect, but I have a message of hope and revolution for all the Juggalettes kind.
Fuck it. For the family, dog. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Ice Cube gives his microphone to Kill Your Homie and raises both hands in the air as he walks off stage to thunderous applause. The rest of the gang joins him on stage and stands in a line behind him with their arms crossed, one hand making the West Side symbol and the other making a C.
What up, family?
The crowd yells a greeting back at him.
Are you all sick and tired of being disrespected by society? Being scorned and sneered at because other people just don't look as cool as us?
Woo!
Yeah, whoop, whoop.
Are you done being a part of a boring society that wants nothing to do with our family?
Woo, yeah! Woo!
Do you never want to be called a bad potty boy again?
The crowd murmurs to themselves in confusion, and Kill Your Homie looks back at his gang nervously. Cotton Candy runs to the rescue and takes the microphone.
Man, y'all don't even want to know what that means. The point is, we're tired of being called freaks and losers, and society will never accept us.
The crowd cheers again, and Cotton Candy hands back the microphone to her lover.
Thanks, baby goop. My wicked girlfriend is right. The only way we will have peace is to take back society. No longer will we try to make our place in their world. Instead, we shall make their world our own. Now, who's with us?
I'm with you, brother.
Let's kill some bitches already.
If they won't join us, then we'll slaughter them.
He said, "Who's with us, you slimy-ass mofos?" The crowd cheers uproariously and starts to go nuts. A riot breaks out and the fairgrounds are being destroyed. Food stands are ransacked and the stage is being torn apart piece by piece. The crowd is ravenous.
Come on, baby fat. They need a leader, a direction.
Listen, everyone, to the streets we go. If they won't join us willingly, then we'll slay them. No juggalo left behind. Let's make this world our bitch.
Thousands of juggalos roam from the venue, inspired by Kill Your Homie's words and fueled by drugs and copious amounts of sugar and fatty foods. The gang runs off stage together and heads into town, intent on causing as much chaos as possible.
Let's stick close together, but have fun.
I'm going to carve some motherfucking faces, yo.
I'll come with you. I want to jack off on this.
Come with me, psycho pussy fiend. Let's push some old people down some stairs.
Aw, shit, yeah. Old people suck.
I guess that leaves you with me, baby. Baby Barf, where should we start?
Let's send a message. I know just the place to do it. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
The group breaks apart to wreak havoc on the town. Lunatic can be seen holding down a middle-aged Karen and carving the Hatchet Man logo onto her cheek. Seaman to Demon stands above her, staying true to his name and jacking off while laughing maniacally.
Man, fuck you, Karen.
My name is Helen. Why are you doing this?
Eat my cummies, Karen.
Psycho Pussy Fiend run past them carrying a severed arm with Kid Cracker right behind him.
I bet I can collect more arms than you, Kid Cracker.
You're odd, man. I already got a nun's arm in my collection.
Fuck! I'm gonna have to terrorize that school bus full of kids.
Kill Your Homie and Cotton Candy walk intently to their destination and take pleasure in witnessing the chaos around them. A couple juggalos they pass are holding down some dudes in business suits against a tree while they paint him with juggalo makeup.
This is so exciting. Can I hurt someone, please? Pretty please? Please?
Oh, all right, baby stank. But hurry after me. I want you to be there for my big plan to be executed.
I wouldn't miss it. Zoink it, boy, on.
Cotton Candy skips away and jumps on the back of the man who had tackled one of their fellow juggalos, biting him in the neck and drawing blood.
Yes, in my trousers. This is so fun. Die, you pissy blanket boy.
Kill Your Homie smiles at her and picks up the pace until he reaches the news station. He stops and turns around, eyes lighting up at the beautiful scene in front of him.
This is a beautiful beginning.
He storms in the news station, brandishing a machete, and slices the throat of the security guard who tries to stop him.
Ha ha ha! You can't stop me now, piggy. I have the power.
He slashes his way through the building, killing mofos left and right until he reaches the broadcasting room.
You can do this. Just imagine everyone watching you was naked. Maybe I won't piss my pants.
He runs in front of the camera, hyperventilating and sweating his makeup off into a swirling mess.
Hey, you can't be in here. We're live on air.
Don't tell me what to do. You're the bad party boy, not me, not me.
Who let you in here? Call security.
Kill Your Homie grins and holds up the head of one of the security guards, throwing it onto the table. The studio is filled with screams.
Oops, already here. Whoop.
What do you want? I'll give you anything. Please just don't mess up my face. I paid $70,000 for this toupee.
Just stay with me, please. I get stage fright.
The news anchor looks at him with disgust.
Are you crying?
No, you're crying. I'm not a bad potty boy. Fuck.
I don't even want to know what that is. I'm out of here.
Oh no, you don't, weather boy.
He grabs the anchor by the shirt collar and pulls him back down into his chair, holding the knife to his throat. He faces the camera and says,
I have a message for the world.
Just keep it rolling. He'll kill me if you don't.
Shut up. Just hold my hand and zip it.
He grabs the anchor's hand and grips it tightly.
Oh, it's so sweaty.
Shut up, mommy. I'm nervous.
The people in the studio try to muffle their laughter, but they can't.
Did you just call me mommy? You freak.
Kill Your Homie whips his head to look at everyone in the room laughing at him. He starts crying more intensely and covers his ears to drown out the noise. Something warm and wet splashed on his face, and he slowly opens his eyes as the laughter transforms into gasps.
No one whistles with my baby dribble.
Cotton Candy rips the machete out of the news anchor's throat as he dribbles and dies.
You're still a freak. Oh.
Die, weather boy.
I don't do the weather.
He smashes his head with the butt of the machete until he stops moving. The whole studio is petrified silent. The rest of the Juggalo gang files in and takes their place next to the employees.
Go on, boss. We support you.
We're here for you, emotionally, bro.
Express your feelings. You'll feel better.
Yip, yip, yow! Crush this like we'll crush their skulls. Kill Your Homie wipes his tears away and smiles at his friends.
You're the best ninjas a clown could ask for.
You got this, baby breath.
Kill Your Homie faces the camera and puts on a brave face.
This is a message to all. My name is Kill Your Homie. No matter where you come from, we are willing to make you our family. Join our Juggalo society and we will build a better world.
The Juggalos in the room cheer as everyone else looks at each other in horrified confusion.
we know not all of you will be joining us. Too long have you put us down and called us freaks, losers, indecent, bad potty boys.
Cotton Candy leans down to whisper in his ear.
Maybe stop talking about bad potty boys. No one even wants to know what that means.
Anyway, we're tired of this shit, bitches. If you don't want to be part of the new world, to hell with you. You're not worthy of being sent to Ecoside.
You tell him, brother.
Join us and prosper. Refuse and, well, show them what happens to those who refuse, my loyal Barker.
Psycho Pussy Fiend grabs one of the employees and drags them in front of the camera.
Become the clown or leave this world with a frown.
Rhyming is a neat thing for you.
He shoves a large kitchen knife into the back of the employee, spewing blood all over the floor. The other employees rush for the doors, but they're stopped by the rest of the Juggalos.
Can we kill them, boss? Pretty please with blueberry faggot on top.
Please!
Please.
Oh, fine. Have fun.
The group goes nuts and slaughters everyone in the room. Lunatic holds up a boom mic to crush it onto someone's skull, but Psycho Pussy Fiend calls her out.
Hey, we're Juggalos. Blades, weapons only. Hold on. Hey, we're Juggalos. Blades, weapons only, man. Get it together.
You're right. What was I thinking?
She drops the mic and catches the knife he throws her way, bringing it down into the employee's eyeball. Meanwhile, Cotton Candy pushes the news anchor's body off the table where it was slumped and takes a seat.
Keep going.
Now, you know what happens if you're not down with the crowd. Choice is yours. Choose wisely, or we'll make the decision for you. Clown out, motherfuckers. Whatever our symbol is.
It's the west side and the C crossed.
Whoop, whoop.
He stands up and walks towards the camera and punches it until it shatters.
Okay, sorry, I lost my spot. Let's move out. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Interior, inside the Oval Office, the president is being briefed on the Juggalo situation unfolding. He sits with his hand steepled under his chin as he watches Kill Ya Homie on the news.
I knew this day would come. We have no time to monitor this situation further. We have to act now and quickly.
Have you been working on that Donald Trump all day?
No, I was like, this is how I'm going to do it right before we start.
Oh, yeah.
We understand, Mr. President. What should we do?
We need to go live. They can't have the final word. Roll me, gentlemen.
They roll in a TV and camera crew because they have on standby or however the fuck they do the presidential announcements. I don't give a shit. Fuck Donald Trump.
Whoop, whoop.
Exterior. Kill Ya Homie runs down the street with his friends, slashing and bashing random citizens as they go. They're laughing and having the time of their lives.
This is the best day of my life.
Hell yeah, I've never felt so gangster.
I came on everyone I've killed. I just don't know how much juice I have left, but I'm not going to give up until my dick falls out.
As they run down the street, they pass a store with a TV facing it, behind the glass. Something catches Cotton Candy's eye, and she runs back to it.
Wait, baby Spittle, look!
Kill Ya Homie runs back to see what his girlfriend's talking about.
What the fuck is this?
They stare at the screen, which is playing an urgent presidential message.
Hello, everyone. This is your president speaking. Fear not, citizens, for this will be over soon. Juggalos might be fearsome, but we are fiercer.
Thunderous footsteps can be on the street. They turn and see the National Guard coming, knocking over Juggalos and citizens alike.
Now, we have two options here, gentlemen. You Juggalos can stop this buffoonery and come to terms with us. You may continue to live your disgusting lifestyles as you please while in prison.
I can't go to prison. I'm afraid of stripes.
Shut up, bitch.
This is your best option, gentlemen, or you can continue your indecency and we will stop you here and now. No more clowning around for you. The Juggalos will be banned from society. The choice is yours. Choose wisely, clowns.
The friends look at one another in horror.
I can go to jail. I'd kill it in there.
Literally, I'd kill anywhere and everywhere.
I'm with y'all no matter what. I just want to stab some more.
What do we do, baby Belch? We're with you no matter what.
Kill Ya Homie turns back to the TV screen and snarls at it. After a moment of silence, he's interrupted by one of the National Guard members yelling through a speakerphone.
Surrender, or we'll slaughter you fools.
Fuck these shit stains. We fight to the death. Let's go. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
They rush in with their blades held high in the air. Before they can get within 20 yards of them, they're sprayed with a shockwave of bullets and fall onto the ground, slowly bleeding out.
It was an honor fighting with you all. Cotton Candy, you're the sweetest and only... Shit, hold on. You're the sweetest and only tushy I've ever touched.
I love you, you disgusting pile of baby diarrhea.
I'll fuck you all at Eccleside.
Much love, clown fam.
This was gangsta as fuck, yo.
You've all made this fiend your friend. I love you guys.
One last call for clown love, ninjas. I'll see you all in the Echo side. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
The Juggalos are pelted once again and seals their fate, and they die. Their clown faces permanently saddened. They clowned around and brought knives to a gunfight. Interior. The president is alone in the Oval Office overlooking the courtyard, his back to the room. He's talking to himself and laughing.
Those fools. Those absolute dundering, real idiot dickheads. Thinking they could ruin all of my hard work.
He turns around and is revealed to have on a full face of Juggalo makeup.
Their first mistake was thinking society would ever accept us. This world is not ready for how awesome this lifestyle is.
He sits down in the Oval Office chair and puts his feet up on the table.
No, this world is not ready, but it doesn't need to be.
He reaches under the table and pulls out a hidden folder and opens it. On the front, there's a Juggalo wearing an astronaut helmet.
This world might not want us, but we'll make a world of our own. The moon will be ours, and no one can stop me. Or my name isn't Fatava.
The end.
So good.
Man, hey, man. Pile of baby diarrhea or whatever.
Disgusting pile of baby diarrhea.
Oh my god, it just kept escalating. That was so great.
Well, Beth, thank you for being on with us. That was
Thank you for having me. Thank you. It was so much fun.
Fucking face hurts afterwards. It's awesome.
That's always the best scripts.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
Where can the people follow Franken Beans and listen to you guys?
Oh, well, you can listen to us on all of your podcast platforms, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, SoundCloud, anywhere. And social media-wise, Facebook is best. We got the dank memes on there, so definitely follow us there. All of our other social medias we suck at pretty bad, so don't even bother.
Yeah, and as always,
Honesty.
follow us on Facebook. That's about all we use. So,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
yeah, and we might have your co-host on here sometime soon, Brian, to do
Yes.
some trivia and
Yeah.
games and stuff. We just got to find the right time to do it. Everybody has crazy schedules and all that good shit. But
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
yeah, follow us on Trash Blood Horrorcast on Facebook. That's your best bet. Instagram's basically my own Instagram. It's just called Trash Blood now, basically. But when I have a new episode, I post it on there as well. But and yeah, all of our old episodes, we have like I think 34, 35 episodes on like all the like the platforms as well. You know, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, all that good shit. And we're working on like I think we're all shitty with technology, especially me. But we're working on like I think there's a program where we can rip the sound from YouTube, and then we can also put it on Spotify for people to hear then too. So if you're sick of looking at our dumb faces and all that good shit. I know not everybody listens to their podcasts on YouTube. I personally don't. This is about the only podcast I listen to on YouTube. But yeah, we want to get that up and going and all that good stuff. But yeah, you guys got anything else to say before we end this motherfucker?
No. Whoop whoop. Thanks, guys. That was a blast.
Yeah.
Great. Whoop.
There you go.
Woo woo.
There you go.
Woo woo. All right, I'm gonna hit stop now.
Bye.
Oh, shit.
Don't know the power of the dark side. Technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant.